Oh yeah.
When I send a personal written note, because everyone's sending emails from their autoresponder that's not even them, I'm like, thanks so much for taking the time, A. Weber. Thank you, get response. I feel so loved.
Well, it comes back to being genuine. It comes back to sincerity, and it comes back to intention, right? Because if you can't take the time to write an appreciation letter to someone or send them a text, or an email, like if you don't have time to write them a letter and you're out somewhere and you want them to know they did a good job or you appreciate their contributions, what they've been doing to help out, send them a text. Or now you can send video. So get on your phone and record a video thanking them, upload it to YouTube, put it on your Facebook, and share it so they know, holy shit, like you really do mean what you say. I mean, it's not hard nowadays with all this technology we have. It's really not that hard. But a handwritten sentiment is just as good, if not more powerful, because I find that writing is a lost art. Now that we have all these devices doing everything for us, I find that writing's a lost art. And when Kareem and I start on our next book, I'm actually going to buy a typewriter and write my parts with that, because I like typewriters. And I find that typewriters it's just so much fun to use a typewriter. I love using them. So I'm going to go and find an old typewriter and I'm going to type up our book with that, Kareem, because that'll be a lot of fun.
That'd be fun, but I can't send it in file. I'll be like, Chris,
Have you ever written a book?
No, I'm going to type it out on the typewriter, and then I'll type it out onto the computer so I can send it to you, you see?
I've done that. It's brutal. You get halfway done, you think, oh crap, I didn't mean that. Where's the Tipex? That'll be too much.
I know. That's why what I would do first is I would type up the rough draft on the computer, get it proofread, get it edited, and then type it out on the typewriter.
So you're going back to printing using the typewriter.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
And then our next book will be in Morse code, so.
In text. So
that's interesting.
Sharon, we haven't heard from you. You keep disappearing on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bad connection here. Anyway, my thoughts on that is you have to keep it real, and if you don't keep it real, then people are going to see it right through. I mean, I show all my thanks to everybody. Like, I just get a package in the mail, and I actually, since my printer broke, I wrote out a letter to a friend of mine just to thank them.
Nice. That's good.
Cool. I've just been doing some work on a book with a client, and she talks. A book's about networking and connecting, and one of the things she talks about, which comes back to the note and that kind of stuff, is that be memorable. Do something that other people won't do. And I think when you're giving the feedback, if you can do it in a way that's going to be memorable, people will appreciate it more, and that you'll get positive feedback from the way you approach them. So try and do something that's memorable.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely true, Gordon.
Don't just use autoresponders.
No.
Autoresponders.
No, be it yourself.
I don't know what you're showing us, Micah.
But
Sharon, go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. Create it yourself and make it sound completely real, coming from the heart. Right from the heart.
To write, you have to write something from the heart, because with this pen, it takes a lot more effort than it does to text. And I find it so funny that when I was growing up in the late 80s, you pass notes to people like, oh, hey, so-and-so like so-and-so. And now they're like texting literally takes the emotion, the feel, the whole out of it. And
yeah.
I actually asked...
I'm sorry.
No, I actually asked somebody in network marketing, you were talking about this, Gordon, how could I stand out the guy, he's a teacher. He's a well-renowned author named Soul Dancer. He said to really push the idea that you care about somebody, to really get that out there, send them a book or a couple books with a handwritten letter. And I said, well, why is that a big deal? He said, who gets handwritten letters anymore?
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly.
something nobody's doing. Ah,
Yep.
I did it.
Yeah, it's a way. It's a way to go. But there's a downside to that, and that is that if I received one of those, what's the difference between doing the same thing for everybody with a handwritten note and using autoresponder?
the interesting thing is an autoresponder, I can kind of tell, and you can tell after a while because an autoresponder keeps putting out. Autoresponders don't look human after a while. It's just like, oh, okay, I've seen the same message. And me and Chris actually had an autoresponder in our last business, and people complained, they're like, I just keep getting these emails. Ah! And it's the same thing. Do you want to be successful? Do you want to eat chicken? Do you want to learn how to bench press 350 pounds in 2 days going out to the gym? Just, it got ridiculous. But when I know someone's handwriting something and sending it to me, it means a lot more. And I think it's unconventional. Everybody's telling me, every business owner I've talked to is like, get an autoresponder, get it. Everybody's doing it. But not everybody, like you're saying, doing something different. Not everybody.
Well, one of the coaches I had was very clear. When everybody's zigging, it's time to zag.
Exactly. I like it. And actually that brings me to number 5. Help your staff or your panel in this case learn how to show appreciation to others. Because here's the interesting thing. I can go over all this. I can say, yeah, let's say nice things, and that's great. And then someone cuts you off in traffic tomorrow, and you're like, I'm done with this gratefulness. Let's go. You want to fight? I'm like, wait, I was just on a hangout to give thanks and be grateful. And the interesting thing is, if I can leave you with anything, it's the ability to help all of you after today appreciate your neighbor, your friend, the people on your webinars, and everybody else around you. And I want to close off of that and learn some different ways that you guys have found the ability to help others around you, not just yourself, others around you appreciate people in their life.
Yep. I agree.
Well, you just have to model it. I remember I wrote an article on recognition, and it did quite well. And I came home, and my wife said to me, so, and I said, so what? And she said, you tell me. I was like, you've done your hair? Nope. And I listened to about half a dozen things, and she told me, and I can't remember what it was. She said, I did this. But, for 3 days, you never said anything. So until you start practicing recognition at home, you're not allowed to write any more blog posts or articles on that topic. And what that did was that really made me realize that what I was doing was I was looking at my team, and I was focusing on giving good feedback to my team. And what we need to do is just give good feedback wherever we see it. Make that our modus operandi. And if you see somebody, pick a piece of litter up in the street, just say, hey, good job, well done. Great idea, great move. So make it the norm rather than focus on just doing it for your team. And when you do that, other people will see it and they'll model that behavior. I needed my wife to tell me to do that.
Yeah, I used to work in IT, and here's the interesting thing. It wasn't necessarily my style, like I wasn't a manager, but I would go in there every day, even if things suck, and at least portray a positive at it. At least show appreciate, like, thank you, you helped out, giving thanks, feeling good, being a high-energy dude. And what that did is it showed some people, and they actually asked me, and they're like, how are you always up here and we're down here sometimes here is like, do you have any bad days? I'm like, I have bad days. I have good days. I have days in between. It doesn't matter. What matters is I keep a good attitude. And some of them around me started to portray, I wouldn't say exactly what I was doing, but they got a little bit of that, a little bit rubbed off, and they started showing appreciation to their friends and being more positive at work. Of course, there were the naysayers who said, I don't need positive thinking.
Yeah.
But then I even started doing this with my friends and my family and outside and people on the power hour, just getting them to feel good about interacting with others again, being on camera, doing whatever they want to do. And then because I felt good about myself and I was showing them that, they started feeling good about themselves. And in turn, everybody else around them.